In the quiet suburbs of Maplewood, the Henderson family lived a serene and comfortable life. Their home was a cozy, two-story house with a white picket fence, a lush garden, and a spacious backyard. Jack and Lisa Henderson, along with their two children, Timmy and Molly, enjoyed their peaceful life, cherishing the time they spent together as a family. The household also included an unusual but beloved member, a fluffy white rabbit named Snowball. Snowball was not just any ordinary rabbit. He was a Netherland dwarf with a curious personality and a keen sense of his surroundings. The family had adopted him from a local pet shelter a year ago, and since then, he had become an integral part of their lives. Snowball had a particular bond with Timmy and Molly, who adored playing with him and often took turns feeding him and cleaning his cage. It was a chilly winter evening when the Henderson story took a dramatic and unexpected turn. The sky was blanketed with thick clouds and a light snow had begun to fall, adding to the already accumulated snow on the ground. Inside the Henderson home, the family was gathered in the living room, enjoying a cozy night by the fireplace. Jack was reading a book, Lisa was knitting a scarf, and Timmy and Molly were engrossed in a board game. Snowball, as usual, was hopping around the living room, exploring every nook and cranny. As the night grew colder, Jack decided to turn on the old gas heater in the basement to ensure the house stayed warm throughout the night. Unbeknownst to the family, the heater had developed a small but dangerous leak. Carbon monoxide, an odorless and colorless gas, began to seep into the house, slowly filling the air. Hours passed, and the Hendersons, feeling the effects of the warm and cozy environment, decided to call it a night. They each retired to their bedrooms, unaware of the silent danger that was spreading through their home. Snowball was placed back in his cage in Timmy's room, where he usually slept. As the family drifted off to sleep, Snowball's sensitive nose began to detect something unusual. The small rabbit, with his acute sense of smell, was the first to sense the carbon monoxide. Snowball started to feel dizzy and disoriented, but his instincts told him something was terribly wrong. Despite his own distress, Snowball knew he had to alert his family. The rabbit began to thump his hind legs against the floor of his cage, a natural instinctive behavior used to warn others of danger. The noise was loud and insistent, echoing through the otherwise silent house. Timmy, in a deep sleep, didn't stir at first, but Snowball didn't give up. He continued thumping, louder and more frantically. Finally, Timmy awoke, groggy and confused by the sound. He stumbled out of bed and approached Snowball's cage. "What's wrong, Snowball?" he mumbled, rubbing his eyes. When Timmy opened the cage to check on his pet, Snowball hopped out and immediately darted towards the door, continuing to thump his legs. Timmy, now fully awake and sensing Snowball's urgency, decided to follow him. The rabbit led Timmy out of the bedroom and into the hallway, where the air was noticeably heavier. Timmy began to feel lightheaded and a sense of panic set in. He realized something was very wrong and rushed to his parents' bedroom, with Snowball right behind him. "Wake up, Timmy," shouted, shaking his father's shoulder. Jack and Lisa groaned, slowly waking up from their sleep. "There's something wrong." "I think Snowball is trying to tell us something," Jack, still half asleep, frowned and sat up. "What is it, Timmy?" he asked, but as he spoke, he too began to feel the effects of the carbon monoxide. His head felt heavy, and he had difficulty focusing. Lisa, now fully awake and sensing the urgency in Timmy's voice, noticed Snowball thumping his legs on the floor. "Jack, we need to get out of here." "Something's not right," she said, her voice tinged with alarm. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Jack nodded and quickly got out of bed. He grabbed his phone and dialed 911, explaining the situation as best he could. "We need help. There's a gas leak or something. We're feeling dizzy and we need to get out of the house." The dispatcher on the other end of the line instructed Jack to evacuate the house immediately and wait for emergency responders outside. Jack, Lisa, Timmy, and Molly, who had woken up and joined the commotion, hurriedly bundled up in their coats and hats. Snowball, sensing their movement, hopped alongside them, guiding them towards the front door. As they stepped outside into the freezing night, the fresh air provided immediate relief. They took deep breaths, trying to clear their heads and shake off the dizziness. Within minutes, the sound of sirens filled the air and a fire truck and ambulance arrived at their doorstep. The emergency responders quickly assessed the situation, confirming the presence of carbon monoxide in the house. They praised the family for their quick evacuation and credited Snowball for alerting them to the danger. "Your rabbit saved your lives tonight," one of the firefighters said, kneeling down to pet Snowball. "You're very lucky to have him." The Hendersons were overwhelmed with gratitude and relief. They watched as the firefighters ventilated their home, ensuring it was safe to re-enter. The paramedics checked their vital signs and provided oxygen masks to help them recover from the exposure to the gas. As the night went on, the reality of what had happened began to sink in. Snowball's heroic instincts had prevented a potential tragedy. The family couldn't stop thanking him, showering him with affection and treats. "You're our hero, Snowball," Timmy said, hugging the rabbit tightly. The next day, word of Snowball's bravery spread throughout the neighborhood. The local newspaper ran a front-page story titled "Heroic Rabbit Saves Family from Carbon Monoxide Poisoning." The Hendersons were hailed as heroes, but they knew that the real hero was their beloved pet. The Snowball's incredible story captured the hearts of many, and soon media outlets from across the country wanted to share his tale. The Henderson family was invited to appear on talk shows and news programs, where they recounted the harrowing night and Snowball's life-saving actions. During one of the interviews, Lisa expressed her deep gratitude. "We never imagined that our little rabbit would be capable of such a heroic act. Snowball is truly a member of our family, and we owe him everything." Snowball's story also raised awareness about the dangers of carbon monoxide poisoning and the importance of having functional carbon monoxide detectors in homes. The Hendersons made sure to install multiple detectors throughout their house, and they encouraged others to do the same. As the weeks went by, Snowball continued to enjoy his life with the Hendersons, receiving even more love and attention than before. And Timmy and Molly, now more than ever, cherished their time with their furry hero. They often told their friends about Snowball's bravery, and the rabbit became a local celebrity, known for his extraordinary instincts. The bond between the Henderson family and Snowball grew even stronger after that fateful night. They knew that their lives had been forever changed by their remarkable pet. Snowball's actions had not only saved their lives, but had also brought the family closer together, reinforcing the importance of love, loyalty, and vigilance. As the years passed, Snowball's tale remained a cherished memory in the Henderson household. The family continued to share the story with new friends and neighbors, ensuring that Snowball's legacy lived on. The rabbit's heroic instincts had turned a potentially tragic event into a testament to the incredible bond between humans and their animal companions.